If I would have told you a year ago after the loss to UMBC, hey, you're winning the national title next year, you would have said what?
I would have smiled at you and said, "That's you're just trying to make me feel better because I feel like crap right now." That's the honest answer. But I knew that it was going to be a year that was going to be probably so important in all of our lives because of what we were going to have to face and go through together. And I absolutely knew we were going to need to rely on each other. And it did some unique bonding, and boy, it built resilience in these guys in a way that I don't know what else could have. From a sports standpoint, I always like to clarify that this is a game and this is sports. It's not life because there's so many worse things. But I do think it's a good message of, like we said, hope and resiliency and guys coming together. I can't think of a much better story in sports, for us at least.
What about bonding in the offseason? So you have the devastating loss, and then what do you do as a coach to kind of hit the reset button in the offseason with these kids?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Everything was pretty intentional, and obviously we once we started our workouts, I decided to go on a whitewater rafting trip just because we said it's a blast and it's fun, and we did it. We had a good time, but the story, the short of it is, we went whitewater rafting, and I talked to the guys about it, why we were doing it, and I remember floating down the river, looking up and just saying to myself, Lord, what does this year have in store for us? So when we get to Minneapolis for the Final Four, they gave us, right when we got off the airplane, for some reason, it's because of the land of 10,000 lakes, they gave each player and me a paddle, and it says, the road ends here. And the first thing we did as a team was go whitewater rafting kind of as a real strong team bonding thing, besides, the meetings. And it was all about the, paddling together, being in the boat and the oars. I just thought it was really, it was kind of a neat irony the way it started and then the way it kind of ended getting to the Final Four.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.